Tell the viewers a little bit about yourself individually.
Alright, well, my name is Shamar James. I'm a real estate agent. You can follow me, Instagram, Shamar the Realtor. If you're looking to buy, sell, rent, whatever the case may be. I've been a real estate agent for the past few years. I think about 3 years now, but I've been doing it for like the past 10. Me and my dad, we started out as business partners. And I'm 30 years old. And yeah, I think that's enough about me.
Hi, I'm Vanessa James. I'm currently a business owner, Black owned. Okay. I'm a hairstylist of 10 years. I've been in business for myself for 5 years. You have to follow my Instagram, Gifted Hands BB. I am the silk press queen. Okay. I specialize in natural hair. I do crazy colors, sew-ins. I just don't do dreads. It's not my thing. I don't do plaits. All the plaits, I don't do those. But I get you right. Like, I'll get your hair treated, prepped, natural hair, braided down, and ready for those hairstyles. So I'm more so of the hair care cosmetologist, not the hairstylist. Yeah, I really love doing hair. Before I went into business for myself, I used to work at Hair Cuttery, so I used to do a lot of men. That's how I kind of started, was doing a lot of men cuts.
You used to do a lot of men? Yeah? You do a lot of men,
just
right?
a little bit.
I think you might need to edit that. You know, I do a lot of men.
I do a lot of men's haircuts.
Thank you.
I do a lot of men's haircuts. You know, I shave beards. You know, I get them all right. You know, I went from there. I went to Hair Cuttery, became an assistant manager, so running the salon and learning how to do colors, blow dry like a crazy person. Like, you cannot see me on the silk press. I'm telling you, guarantee it. I do remember there was one point where I didn't even want to do hair. This is when the process, I was in school, and I was on the phone with him, like, you know what, fuck this, I don't want to do this shit no more. He's like, yo, just go get your license, just get it done, because you're like almost there, just finish it out. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna do that. Because around that time, he was going to school for nursing.
Yeah, but we ain't gotta talk about that.
We're talking like 12 years ago.
Yeah.
But as of now, my suite is called Gifted Hands Beauty Bar. If you guys want to check me out, follow my Instagram, book, like, comment, text me. I communicate a lot with my clients. Like, you know, are you coming? What kind of hair you have?
It's supposed to be Valentine's Day. She's just over here.
And you know, all of that. Anyways, Gifted Hands BB, okay? Follow your girl.
Oh, man. Shout out to Gifted Hands Beauty Bar.
How long you been married, and where did you guys meet?
We've been married for a year and a half. Got married in Vegas. We kind of eloped. Nobody knew about it. It was 8 of us that went. And
shout out my cousin Leo, yo.
And my girl Ciara, Amanda. I love you guys. But we did a theme wedding. We did The Hangover because we were big fans of the Hangover movie.
Wow.
So we did the theme wedding. Our, what do you call it? Person who marries us was Alan. He was legit like the Alan impersonator, and he had the little baby on him.
You know what? I think for Valentine's Day, we're probably gonna release some of the pictures from our wedding. Yeah. So I mean, we didn't post any pictures from our wedding, but on Valentine's Day, which is our 13th year anniversary.
13 years. Oh my gosh. That's awesome.
Yeah, so we probably gonna post some pictures from the wedding on Valentine's. I think that's a good idea.
But we met in high school.
So high school sweethearts.
High school sweethearts. We got together in 2007. We got together Valentine's Day. We went to a Love Jones show. And Miramar, went to Miramar High. And I remember it was 11:53. That night he was like, so do you want to be my girlfriend? I'm like, oh, well, I don't know. He kind of got a little, not upset, but he's like, we've been talking, let's just do it. I feel like he just wanted to remember the day, so he didn't want the 12 o'clock to hit, but it's all good. It's all good. But, yeah.
Hey, I'm bad with dates. I figured if we got together on Valentine's Day, how can I forget the anniversary, you know?
How did you know your spouse was the one?
I knew she was the one when, to get real specific. Okay, so I had a dog. Well, I still have the dog. It's at my parents' house. He got parvo, and everybody was telling me, don't waste my money, trying to save him. He's not gonna make it. At the time, I didn't even have the money to take care of him, and I didn't ask her for any money, ask her for any help, but she just came through with like $400 or $500 and gave it to me and told me, I could pay her back later or whatever to take care of the dog. And when everybody was telling me, he's not gonna make it, my mama had people calling me, don't spend the money, he's not gonna make it. We still got that dog till today. He's at my parents' house, and it was all, from when she gave me the money to take care of the hospital bills. So, she had my back, and I'm not used to having a female having my back. I'm used to being the one to have her back or something like that, So when she came through with that, she was also my best friend. When you're in a relationship with somebody, you want to be in a relationship with somebody who's like your best friend. You're gonna be around this person all the time, talk with them all the time. You don't want to get aggravated. You're still gonna get aggravated, but you don't want to be so easily aggravated by the person that you're with. So they have to be like a best friend to you, and she became my best friend. So that's how I knew she was the one.
I knew he was the one.
I mean, you been knew I was the one. The fuck is you talking about?
You know what? He was because I lost my virginity to him. I think it was like 3 months after we were dating. It was about like 3 months, yeah.
I don't even think it was 3 months, but we're not gonna get into that.
Listen, we gonna call it 3 months, okay? I'm a lady, okay? But I knew he was the one after that. Because I'm like, okay, this is it. I gave it to you, so you better act right. Okay?
I gave it to her.
No. No. Okay?
After I gave it to her, she's like, oh, he the one. He is definitely the one.
Hey, we not gonna get into details now.
Oh,
okay?
Man. Hey, just know she's still here. So I did something right.
Yeah, I knew he was the one because and I was 17, turning 18, so I still have my virginity. No, I'm not trying to put no shade, but a lot of girls didn't have their virginity at that time, so I had mine and I was holding on to it. Gee. And he came around, just like, I guess, you feel me? I guess I'll just let it happen, you feel me? I can't understand. But ever since then, it was just like, this is it, like, cause I'm just like, I'm not finna be hopping on every this and like that. Nah, this is it. You know what I'm saying? And it was
after she had me, like she like, this is it.
Okay.
Oh man, I just had to. I wouldn't be a guy if I didn't. You feel me?
What is the best thing about marriage? I know you guys been together for 13 years, but these 2 years, what's the best thing about these 2 years?
I would say one of the best things is, like I was saying earlier, her just, being there for me. I'm not in this by myself. I do a lot. I work a lot. I take care of my parents also, and I'm the only child. Obviously we got a son together, so, little things like her fixing dinner, making sure I got my lunch together and shit like that. Like you can't get that from every female. You know what I mean? Like, every female got an ass, every female got this, got that. But, not every female's gonna make sure you're good before you go out the door. And, I can honestly say she does that for the most part. But, she makes sure I'm good, before I go out the door.
For the whole part.
So, I must say, that's definitely one of the best parts about, being married. You're never in this by yourself, and she always has my back.
Yeah, the best part of marriage is just coming home to somebody, like you ain't coming home lonely, you got your best friend at the house waiting to tell him all the drama that happened for the whole day because he has to sit there and listen to it. Yeah, otherwise we'll have a problem.
You have to, or it's a problem.
So, just knowing that you have a life partner is like the best part of marriage because it's like, okay, well, you can't leave this easy because I'm going to take half your shit. So, You know, they say it's better to keep her. It's cheaper to keep her. Okay, those are the wise words. It's cheaper to keep her.
Yeah, I had to drink. Sorry.
Okay, but yeah.
What is one downside to marriage?
Downside.
I mean, I wouldn't say downside, but I mean, one thing that's a reality is that, you know, marriage is a lot of work. You know, there's a lot of benefits to it too. I just said earlier, you know, with her cooking and everything, but you know, it's a lot of work to get that. You know what I mean? A lot of communication, a lot of talking. You know, you gotta think about it. You're around each other all the time. You know, for most marriages, you're around each other all the time. So, you know, any human being that you're around all the time, you're gonna have some issues. You're gonna have some disagreements. But you know, you gotta be able to communicate. Communicate. To me, I feel like is the biggest thing in relationships and marriage. It's communication. People don't, you know, often say how they really feel about shit. You know, they keep it inside and they expect the other person to know how they feel. Yo, like, nobody's reading your mind. You feel me? You gotta explain how you feel so that the other person could adjust whatever it is that they're doing wrong. You know, so you know, like I said, it's a lot of work. You know, it's a lot of benefits. You know, you're not lonely or nothing like that, but it's a lot of work, and you know, a lot of people forget that sometimes. So you know, I wouldn't call that a downside, but it's a real reality. You know, it's work. It's like a job. You go to work every day. You come home to marriage. That's another job that you got to do. You know what I mean?
For me, I think the only downside to marriage is the divorce part. It's not easy. You can't just get up and go. You know,
You trying to get up and go?
that's what I'm saying. Like that's the downside of it. It's like it's not easy to leave. You know what I mean? Like, you know how if you boyfriend or girlfriend, you know, fuck it, I don't want to be with you no more. That's it. Now that you're married, the downside to that is, okay, we splitting everything. Who gonna have a kid? Who gonna have this amount of money? Who getting this part? This is my house. That's gonna be your house. Like, I feel like that's the downside of it, because it's just like it's like
splitting this and splitting
you know,
that.
that's the downside of my marriage. Because if you really think about it, if there's any other downside, I mean, I can't really think of a downside, because it's just always like.
Yeah, I see she already trying to split shit. You feel me? Like,
I know what I'm saying. Like, I don't have a downside. I mean, I don't have a downside.
That sounds better. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, we gotta split this.
I
you know, I get half. You know.
I'm just saying, that's if you ask me, being married versus just having a boyfriend or girlfriend, the downside is you gotta split shit when you leave. You know, when you're not married, you could go with what you came with, and that's it. You know, so.
What is one advice you would give to a person that's looking towards marriage, whether they are single, in a relationship, or engaged?
I would say, you know, make sure that the person that you're with is your best friend. You feel me? You know, you're gonna get married to somebody, you're gonna be with them for the rest of your life. You know, you gotta make sure it's somebody that you actually want to be around. Or if you don't want to be around them, at least you can be around them for the most part of your life. Because I mean, if you're not married, your best friend, it's not gonna work. It's just not. You know what I mean?
Because it would just make sense. You know how you feel when you get around your best friend. It's like, you know, you want to talk to your best friend on the phone and this and that. So it's like you have to marry your best friend. Otherwise, it's gonna feel like a job. It's gonna feel like a job for sure.
Yeah, I would agree. You know, you gotta marry your best friend.
That's the summit of all. It's just you gotta have your best friend.
Don't be in a rush to get married either. You know, make sure that this person is your best friend.
Yeah.
You know that getting married could get complicated if it don't work out. So you know, just make sure that's your best friend. You know, if that's your best friend, you'll have the best marriage ever. You know, it's not gonna be perfect. We still got issues. We was just beefing a couple days ago. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know.
Yeah, being a best friend. It's like knowing that it's your best friend is like, okay, y'all went to bed last night with each other. Y'all woke up the next morning and y'all were on the phone with each other in the damn car. Like, that's some best friend type of vibe. You feel me? Because a lot of people are like, oh, I couldn't wait to leave the house, and she's so aggravating, and I can't wait to get home, you know, get to work, and you know what I mean? They don't even want to like text you throughout the whole day. So like, if you still have that, you know, ability to like, want to call him, text him throughout the day after you just left him, you know that's your best friend.
I'm talking to my fellas here. The same shit that you would talk, to your homeboys about, you should be able to talk to your lady about. I tell her everything like, hey, babe, this girl came to work today, you know what I mean? She was, whatever the case may be. I ain't gonna get into the details. I'm just saying, the same shit that you would talk to your homeboys about, if you can't talk to your girl about that, that's not your best friend.
Nipsey Hussle said
she gotta be able to hear everything you gotta say. And you guys gotta be able to talk about everything. Even if it's something that, the average relationship doesn't talk about, if this is the stuff that interests you, you gotta be able to talk to your wife about that. You know what I mean? If your wife is your best friend, I'm telling you, you ain't gonna have no issues because you can tell them anything you want to tell them.
And you can't judge your man for telling him. Like, if he tells you how he feel about something, you can't really, like, judge it in a sense of, like, oh, you being mean, this and that and the third. You can't, because that's just how he is. Like, if he being real about it, keep it like that, because if you switch up your vibe, he's going to switch up being real, and it's just going to be like, all right, straight. But he lying. You know what I mean? But, yeah.
That's awesome, guys. Well, thank you.
Oh, that was it? Oh, okay. Short and sweet. I thought